Clemson will put it away to get this one started. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Keeps it moving. It's Clemson. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Right back to it. Drag down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes in it.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. Sets his feet. It's Mendoza. Boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
I love the third down defense. I love the defense understanding the passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on third down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Slips through the line. The speed, the shakiness, the elusiveness, all on display, and that sweet return there. They got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. To the back. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
I thought we couldn't hurry up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line.
Getting worked on the ground. He's pulled down.
Hey, what we doing?
Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. Again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
The defense wins that one. The offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on 2nd down. Flip it out to the back of the screen. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They're back at the line. And the Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they got the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-way scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Drop immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And it really doesn't matter what play call this offense does. Like first possession, 3 and out, obviously struggled. This one right here, nothing on the ground. The offensive line has to do a better job. They got to be better up front, whether they want to run it, whether they want to throw it. It's got to start with the offensive line.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. To the air, it's Mendoza. Got it in the middle, it's Allen. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
On the run, it's Hopkins. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw the college off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut the route. Maybe even double-team high low, chop on every single play.
Bro, what the fuck is going on?
That's fine. You know what? That's retaliation to that. We would just left the pass over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. The throw. Fires and picked off. And they're driving back after a good return on the interception. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Plummer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
And down he goes. The defense making a huge play, but sort it out. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Fresh center down's going to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Long way to go on 2nd down. This time he's got it. Gets it down. They'll be set in business for the 1st and goal. Move. They'll go to the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He just kept those big, powerful eyes churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. Maybe didn't have the defense they expected, and they'll call a timeout here on 4th and 1. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They can make this a 2-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little cushion to their lead. They'll go for it on 4th down. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down.
Dude, what the fuck? Hell no.
We've got to see what the flag's about. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. And the offense will take that gift, set up right on the doorstep, 1st and goal with the 1. Go straight ahead. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough to...
This early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. Back, the ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clemson. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little place for the run.
Right side, it's made. Running 3. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. He got a step and just dusted the field. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Set it down's going up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He'll take a deep shot here. Swung away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. Quarterback decides, let's think this 4th down play over, and he calls a timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. And the returner can find no daylight. He goes down. Georgia Tech's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The give is Hoskin. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, even in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mendoza. They're all over it. Throws it in. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at their 25.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Throws it out the upfield. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle from him.
They'll need a bunch on second down. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Second down to the air. Tosses it incomplete. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. On the gun, wants to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone.
This defense is going to have their hands full trying to keep this guy in the pocket. They do not want to let him get outside because of that speed. His ability to extend plays makes this offense very, very unique as he's able to get the completion there to move the sticks.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And playing defense now in college football, you have to be ready for motions. And wide receivers are becoming more and more part of the game plan of getting them the football, letting them be running backs. You see it even in the NFL some too. Great job by the defense. They were ready for it. They were aware. And now the offense maybe use that as a decoy in the future.
From the gun, it's possible. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Really nice job by the defense that time getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight there. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
The pitch. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down decision.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Passing on the field goal try. Ball at the 10, and here they come to go for it on fourth and short. Snapped it, and he has to have it.
Great defense on that one. They were ready for it. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a good one for this defense.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The handoff. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Still backed up pretty deep. It's 2nd and 5 from the 15. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. He's going to let it go. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
Lines it tight end. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be fourth down. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. That'll be their first. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Running inside. It's Hoffa. All
struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss. This offense can get after a variety of plays in the running game. One of the ways they do it is by using their wide receivers on jet sweeps. Good example right there.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. Throws it back. Out wide right, it's made. It's a seam. Brought down after the huge gain gets this offense set up at the 27. Georgia Tech spends its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. Corner's going to give them room. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. There will be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. First down for this offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw. It's Mendoza. Dumps it to the back. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, the ball is incomplete and brings up second down.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Left side is Harris. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Yellow Jackets spend their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Calls his own number. Defensive zone up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a
What the fuck?
I mean, that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to fail you. You want to make sure you're staying on top of him. Hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out. Force the fumble. Get the big play for the D.
cuts it upfield. It's Hayes. Doesn't find any room whatsoever here late in the half.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end, covering passes. When you got a guy that can...
Try to take it back.
EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We begin with a look at Kansas taking on the number 25 team, the West Virginia Mountaineers. And it's the Jayhawks coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. The result today gets them back to 500. It's something they harped on in practice all week, and they will celebrate this one for at least 24 hours.
They'll start this third quarter with a run. Just smothered on the play.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, gonna throw it. He's got the tight end. Could not make his way to the corner.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on third and long.
Blue 30! Blue 30! Go, go!
From the gun, wants to pass.
That's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. The quarterback, though, very close.
Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Clemson set up with another first down.
Interception in the last drive. That looks so ugly, but he's come out and he's been able to turn the page. 4 for 4 now on this drive, throwing it. He's got himself right back in, locked in a really, really nice rhythm. I don't think you have anything to worry about if you're the head coach looking at the quarterback, seeing how he's responded to that mistake on the last drive.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down.
Blue 22! Blue 23 on the end!
This time they'll throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Dumbass.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down and
those big boys that can get after the quarterback, that play relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's a fly. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Press center downs going to the air. Between the hashes, it's Allen. Headed to the end zone. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that one.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that fast score. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares, problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They're running. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short on the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or 2 miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Quick give. It's Hosney. Plows through the defense. There he goes. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And finally, we see a nice game. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
There's some run. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And I go back to it again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Rush right into space. Comes it upfield. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down.
A really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. I'm not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the fourth quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Now, a couple of first downs, maybe even touching the score, and they'll go on with the W. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, when you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game. You've got to lead late. You're going to run the football. The defense, everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. They'll take the penalty and move them back. After the penalty, the playbook is wide open on 1st and 5. Keeps it on the ground. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keep it on the ground. They were all over it.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Gets one up.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead, but if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.
For this offense in the 4th quarter, now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Wide receiver going in motion.
This offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense.
Georgia Tech spends its 2nd timeout. And they've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Second and forever after the delay. Did they lose their play sheets? I mean, call a play already. He's down right there. Short gain on the ground.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Watch his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never doubt. A penalty marker is down. If this is on the defense, the offense is going to have a choice to make. Do you dare take the points off the board and go for the touchdown? Not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Wants to throw. It's Mendoza. Fires to the middle. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Holds on, it's Harris. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened at this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Look out! Out wide drive for Harris. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
They're trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter. Their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
The Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at him.
Might well be the nail
credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they created a negative threat.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The give. Tick, 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 tick. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible. The defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out. And that loss last week, he just never got comfortable. Threw 3 picks, but much better today.
Much better taking care of the football. Listen, being the leader, he made the one mistake, but did a good job moving on from it, leading this offense, and ultimately getting the dub today.
With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback as a lead. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of the rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
And you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. We're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365